sometimes we are very emotional and we end up in a treatment and we are very much focused in giving crown bridge work, and if there's a sensitivity do filling, and if there's no carious lesion the tooth must have a crack which we are not been able to diagnose, so let's do a root canal. There's a time that we will deliver the splint. At that time, we sometimes give painkiller and muscle relaxant. And more than that, we need to advise them to have soft diet, personal regulation.
Absolutely.
Watch for them if they are clinching.
Hello and assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dental News Podcast. This is your host Dr. Mariam Yusuf. If you are somebody who has attended many dental conferences and is generally very excited about dental workshops, especially clinical workshops, especially crown preparation workshops, then you know today's guest very well. He is somebody who is always available to teach. He has been a teacher for over 20 years, and out of those 20 years, 13 years he has been strictly teaching undergraduates. I'm very glad that he was able to take time for us today. He has been an incredible mentor, and I am almost shaking having this conversation with him. Dr. Murtaza, thank you so much for taking out the time for this. I am more than honored to have you.
Thank you for inviting me, and it's a pleasure for me.
Absolutely. Sir, I've said this many times to you earlier as well, but every time I am about to reach out to you, I am nervous that you are either not going to respond or you are going to say, "Why do you think I'm free?" But then you do take out time for all of these engagements. I'm definitely very thankful to you for that.
I think we should respond back to the society, pay back to the society in whatever form we can do it. So thank you
Absolutely.
for inviting me again.
No, of course. So, Dr. Murtaza, generally people understand your background from AKU mostly because you're now completing 8 years at AKU, mashallah.
Yeah.
But one thing that I know about you is that you're alma mater of KMDC, and KMDC was also the first educational institution where you worked as an associate professor. So, can you tell us a little bit about your journey from KMDC all the way to AKU?
So I'm very excited, always very excited when talking about KMDC, and I
Okay.
consider as that it's not just my alma mater. I born there. I'm a proud son of KMDC, and KMDC has given me a lot. So my foundation is been given by KMDC. So I graduated in 2001. Then I went for a postgraduate training in prosthodontics. Um, and then I joined KMDC back in 2005 as a demonstrator. Um, and I completed, even after joining KMDC, I completed my residency. That is very interesting.
Okay.
So when I was giving job, so that was a term that I will join. I can only join after completing the residency. And at
Absolutely.
that time, there was no prosthodontics in KMDC.
Oh,
So they were hoping to have me as a prosthodontist. So
sahi.
they giving me a favor that I can complete my residency while on job.
Okay.
So then I worked there from 2005 to 2012, 12 June.
Right. Sir, you are also in the selection committee for associate professor at KMDC right now. You're the board member for that committee. Is that
So
correct?
that recently happened.
That recently happened, right?
Yes, that was very interesting, and even I shared it with the VC there that now I am taking the interview for a seat, a
That
vacancy
you were once.
that got vacant because I left KMDC.
Right.
So
So I want to understand, sir, कि आपकी observation क्या रही है back when you were an associate professor and now when people come at positions like professor, associate professor, since you are also at the selecting position now, what shift in mentality, good or bad, have you seen now? What kind of growth have you seen in people's motivation towards working at these positions?
if I talk about my time to this time, I see more competent, more challenging, more enthusiastic people. There are variety that somebody won't be that enthusiastic, but I see majority of young crowd young postgraduate are more energetic than what I was at that time.
Okay, that's
So that
perfect.
is
That's
very promising for our country
right.
and our
So,
profession.
sir, you've been a teacher for a very long time, almost 2 decades now. So,
And
how
I
has
feel like I'm getting very old. And when you mentioned 20 years, so I just start calculating my
सर
age.
मैंने ना अपने पास 17 years लिखा हुआ था फिर आपने 2005 बोला तो
Wow.
I corrected myself कि
Oh,
oh no it's been that long.
yes, it's been quite long now.
Yes. So now, because of your experience in teaching for this long, and because you've chosen to remain in teaching for like as your career progressed, right? I want to understand what has kept you so motivated towards remaining in the teaching faculty, and like how has teaching grew on you all these years?
सो एक हदीस है, मैं उसका मफ़हूम आपको सही बता सकूँगा कि आइदर बी अ टीचर और स्टूडेंट।
Hmm.
तो
Okay.
वो अंबिया की सुन्नत है कि आप टीच करें। सो आई फील इट लाइक कि यार अल्लाह को पसंद है तो टीच करो। अच्छा, फॉर टीचिंग वी ऑलवेज लर्न,
Hmm.
वी हैव टू बी रिसेप्टिव कि हमें लर्न करना है। और जैसे जैसे हम लर्न करते हैं हमें इस बात का अंदाज़ा होता है कि हमें
Hmm.
नहीं आता।
That makes sense. So, in order to enhance your teaching skills, I believe you also recently completed your MHP, which was only last year, I think.
यस।
So, can you tell us more about that too? Because, sir, Masters in Health Professions Education it's a field that has existed for quite some time, but is also a field that people have recently started to know more about, at least in the past 4 to 5 years, right? When institutions adopted it, and now it has also been a mandate that you have to do some sort of certification in order to get into the faculty position. I want to understand, why did you choose to do it? Because you've been teaching for so long, why did you think that you need it?
Exactly. That is very interesting. And I would like to go back, like, as I mentioned, I graduated in 2001 from
Hmm.
KMDC, and then I did my post graduation. I left KMDC as an assistant professor,
Hmm.
joined Dow University for 1 year, and then I moved to Fatma Jana Dental College. I have always been challenging myself.
Hmm.
And when I was leaving KMDC, people were saying, "You don't do that stupidity. तो घर बैठ जाओ, मत काम करो,
Hmm.
सैलरी तो आई जाएगी।
Okay.
तो गवर्नमेंट जॉब है, सैलरी तो
Sorry.
आई जाएगी। एंड व्हाई यू पुटिंग योरसेल्फ इनटू ट्रबल।"
ठीक है.
और एक दिन तो मैं बैठ के सोचने लगा, यार ये हो सकता है ये लोग बात सही कर रहे हों। दूसरी जगहों पे बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस हैं, हर इंस्टीट्यूट के अपने चैलेंजेस हैं,
Hmm.
तो मेरा डिसीजन गलत तो नहीं हो रहा।
Hmm.
फिर मैंने अपने आप को समझाया कि नहीं, कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर निकलना है, क्योंकि
बिल्कुल.
प्रोग्रेशन कंफर्ट जोन के बाहर है। जब तक हम कंफर्ट जोन के अंदर रहते हैं हम स्टैग्नेंट रहते हैं। एंड फॉर मी देयर इज नो टर्म लाइक स्टैग्नेंट। मैंने यूज़ किया है लेकिन नहीं है। आइदर वी आर प्रोग्रेसिंग और वी आर डिटोरिएटिंग। हम हमारे प्रोफेशन में प्लेटो कोई चीज़ नहीं है।
Absolutely. I completely
आइदर
agree.
वन इज प्रोग्रेसिंग और वन इज डिटोरिएटिंग।
Absolutely.
सो मैंने फिर अपने आप को चैलेंज किया। फिर आई गॉट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी इन AQU। आई हैड अ डिस्कशन स्पेशली विद समीर कुरैशी, इफ ही इज हियरिंग दिस पॉडकास्ट।
I hope he is.
सो ही इज़ अ वंडरफुल पर्सन। एंड प्रोफेशनल इंटरेक्शन के ऊपर काफ़ी सारा डिस्कशन समीर के साथ भी रहता है। एंड ही ऑल्सो मोटिवेटेड मी। देयर वर फ्यू अदर पीपल हु motivated me to join AQ. And if I look back my decision in joining AQ, that was very challenging, yes, very productive professionally. So I got an opportunity in KMDC to pursue masters in health profession education. While in Fatma General Dental College, I planned to pursue for masters in MHP from JSMU.
अच्छा.
I got an admission,
Okay.
but due to some misunderstanding or lack of communication, I dropped the plan
Okay. So where did you end up getting it from then?
from AKU.
Oh.
I was selected in first batch, probably first batch in JSMU,
Okay.
and then I dropped my plan. I did it from
AQ
AKU.
instead.
So, and it was an interesting experience.
Sir, how would you say, or if it has at all affected your teaching abilities now?
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, and I missed this part of your question. Look, everything has its own science.
ठीक है.
If you are holding this podcast, there's science how you will be asking questions. There are people who would be setting up the video and audio support, lighting support. So we have to do it professionally. If we
Absolutely.
want to do it professionally, we need to have professional people to help us.
True.
They would be doing following the science how it should be carried out. So I have been teaching for quite a long time, but I wanted to know if I've been missing something, some science of teaching,
ठीक है.
to brush up of my skills how to teach.
Okay.
So I feel it like we have to learn all the time. We should progress. We should look forward how we can improve our professional abilities.
And you think it has definitely helped you improve your professional abilities?
Yes.
Right. Okay, so I also want to understand what is usually the age group of students that you saw in your batch while MHP.
I was among the eldest one. There were few who were elder to me as well,
Oh, okay.
and there were few very young graduate as well. So the young graduate were taking it as a profession.
सही.
So
Absolutely.
अब मैं यहाँ पे एक बड़ी बात इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ है. अब आप देखें, एक है क्लिनिशियन,
हम्म.
एक है मेडिकल एजुकेशनिस्ट. इन दोनों का ब्रिज आपस में ज़रा मुश्किल से बनता है. मेडिकल एजुकेशनिस्ट उसको सही तरह से नहीं पता कि व्हाट चैलेंजेस अ क्लिनिशियन इज फेसिंग व्हाइल टीचिंग इन द क्लिनिक्स.
ठीक है.
Clinician is missing some science, not everything, some science of how to teach and how to assess. तो दोनों को ब्रिज करने की जरूरत है.
बिल्कुल.
Medical educationists have limited understanding of the clinical environment. The clinician has limited understanding
Of classroom.
of classroom or science or latest development in teaching and in assessment. And very interesting and very shocking thing for me was like I was convener for undergraduate in KMDC. I was convener in undergraduate and postgraduate in Dow University. I was convener in postgraduate exam in Ziauddin University.
Wow.
Most interesting things coming now.
Okay.
While inducting first batch of resident in AQ, I was called by the examination department, let's have a post hoc.
Okay.
It is well before I pursue for masters in health
ठीक है.
profession. I went there, they review multiple MCQs, and I cannot exactly recall how many MCQs was cancelled or answer were changed.
अच्छा.
There was something like 5-6 MCQs. Out of that, maybe 2 MCQs, we ended up in changing the answer.
Okay.
The correct answer A नहीं है, C है, something like that.
Okay.
And 2 or 3 questions were rejected.
Okay.
And I was shocked. And the medical educationist there was like, Dr. Mursa, why you are so shocked? Why you so surprised? This is
Routine.
not a very surprising thing for us.
Oh.
I said, I have been into assessment for quite long, and I have worked in a responsible positions. It has never happened in my career. So I might have missed something there. I might not have have not done the justice with the assessment for multiple people. I
Okay.
feel bad about it. I'm not shocked about this course, this assessment. I'm worried about what has happened in the past, and I cannot correct it.
Right. Okay. I think I understand that. And I also definitely appreciate people of your seniority taking a step forward in, enhancing their skill in teaching. Like when somebody would hear about Dr. Murtaza Prada Kazmi, they would automatically assume that they have an incredible teacher coming in, right? But then when somebody like you and even people senior than you, as you mentioned, are motivated towards getting these courses done and enhancing this skill, our faith in, the dental faculty of Pakistan is immediately restored. So I'm very happy to see that happening. Anyway, sir, now I also want to talk about researchers because you have been very active with researchers. You also want many research grants. I want to understand why you think it is important for academicians to continue their publications and to like keep their head straight with researches too. And I also want to know, how do you win these research grants? Like, what is it that you are doing that we are doing wrong?
Uh, no, it's not like doing right or doing wrong. It's the environment, and I always say that it is very challenging to be in AQ, and it's to get into AQ, and it's even challenging to stay there. So we have a wonderful environment and wonderful educational and professional environment. Everybody is well published, well written, and they have a very much national and even international reputations. So I after joining AQ, I got an opportunity to team up with people, especially dental faculty, and write research grant.
Okay.
And Alhamdulillah, I have won few.
Right. So, for example, if somebody has recently got it into the field of teaching, right, after let's say 3 to 4 years after graduation, would you say that them keeping up with their researches and publications is going to help them with their teaching career in the future too?
Yes,
Can you explain on that?
by doing research,
Mm-hmm.
even doing a pilot research. If I want to um, modify my lecture methodology,
Hmm.
I would like to do some piloting.
ठीक है.
I will teach 5 people, 10 people, or deliver one lecture and ask them how they feel it.
Hmm.
By doing this, I would be working on how the other people have done the similar thing.
That is a fair
So I
way to look
would
at it.
be, before doing a research, I would be going through the literature, how people have come up solution in this
बिल्कुल.
scenario.
That makes sense.
So research is not isolated. It is how people have done in their environment and how you are thinking over it, what angle you would be looking for, how different or how innovative you can do the same thing.
ठीक है. अच्छा सर, आई हैव अनदर क्वेश्चन. तो अगर कोई प्री क्लिनिकल्स के टीचर हैं और उनकी जो है ना, मतलब व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड इज कि इफ अ टीचर डज नॉट नेसेसरली हैव अ लॉट ऑफ क्लिनिकल एक्सपोजर, देन do you think their research, if it is limited to just like non-clinical things, is that will that be helpful enough for for their knowledge to increase?
अच्छा, मुझे एक चीज जो फील होती है ना, लोग समझते हैं कि चूंकि हमने डेंटिस्ट्री करनी है, कर ली है,
हाँ.
आर प्राइमरी क्वालिफिकेशन डेंटिस्ट्री,
हाँ.
तो बस अब तो क्लिनिकल डेंटिस्ट्री में ही रहना है, इसके बगैर हम नहीं रह सकते. ऐसा नहीं है,
सही है.
बहुत डाइवर्स है.
बिल्कुल.
आप जो है मेन रिसर्च पोर्टफोलियो पे जा सकते हैं, आप बेसिक साइंस रिसर्च पे जा सकते हैं,
आप
प्री
पॉडकास्ट
क्लिनिकल
खोल
रिसर्च
सकते
पे
हैं.
जा सकते हैं. वन हैज टू एक्सप्लोर थिंग्स.
आई एग्री. ओके, ठीक है. लेट्स मूव ऑन फ्रॉम रिसर्च अ लिटिल बिट. सर, इस चीज़ पे मैं थोड़ा-सा टच करना चाहती हूँ बिकॉज़ व्हाइल फॉर द लैक ऑफ अ बेटर वर्ड स्टॉकिंग योर लिंक्डइन, आई गॉट टू नो दैट you were also planning on starting something animal-based research project. Can you tell me what exactly was that? Where are you standing on it? What are your goals with it, etc.?
That interesting and a bit hard breaking for me as well. So interestingly, we got approvals, we got ethical approval, research grant for conducting an animal research in which we were planned to do implant placement in rabbit's mouth and explore the how the low level laser therapy gonna increase
Hmm.
or modify the osseointegration of the implant.
That's incredible.
That was very exciting for us. We had a discussion with some international research people so that we can get an implant on a discount, if not free.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, we couldn't get the right animal.
What
We
was
needed the New Zealand rabbit.
okay?
The vendor who was selling us the New Zealand rabbit, उसका जो ट्री होता है जिसको हम उर्दू में शिजरा नसब कहते हैं,
Yeah.
उसका राइट शिजरा नसब नहीं था.
Okay.
So there was an audit issue in AQ Animal Lab कि अगर उसका शिजरा प्रॉपर नहीं हुआ,
Hmm.
if we cannot trace कि वाकई
Where is he associated from?
with, yeah, so if it's not 100% on both sides, parental and maternal side, if it's not New Zealand rabbit,
हाँ.
मीन इसका रिजल्ट वो नहीं होगा जो न्यूजीलैंड रैबिट का होता है.
Okay.
Probably you will not get the right result out of it.
Okay.
And if not getting the right result, तो research में गड़बड़ है.
Okay. I think I understand that. Why is it that you wanted that specific animal only?
लिटरेचर में न्यूजीलैंड रैबिट यूज हुआ है.
Acha, the literature that you were following.
यस, तो न्यूजीलैंड रैबिट यूज होगा.
Okay. Okay.
And we have to have New Zealand rabbit, same age group, same weight range, similar gender.
So have you parked that project for now until you find the relevant?
Unfortunately, I have to step back and write to the granting agency that unfortunately we are not being able.
Oh.
Initially, we fought very much that if we could get New Zealand rabbit,
So
and at least we get a two rabbit and we can explore to breed it in our facility in AKU.
I'm trying to understand that this must have been a practice in other parts of the world as well, right? Which is why it was in literature, etc. So could you not have gotten in touch with somebody else across the world who was doing it and where they gathered their resources from?
That is very challenging. That is very challenging. And getting anything from abroad in Pakistan,
Oh, yes,
and
absolutely.
it's not
Imagine
easy.
importing a rabbit.
Importing a rabbit
Right.
with asli shajra nasab.
Asli Shajra. Oh, I completely get this. I'm trying to imagine the moment where a rabbit or a couple of rabbits land into the lab of AKU and everybody is taking care of them like they're some Prince Charles or something.
Something very precious.
Right. So, sir, you are an academician for a very long time, but you are also a wonderful clinician, which is why I added that part in your introduction that anybody who has been into attending workshops, especially clinical workshops, they know you. I think there is no undergraduate in Karachi at the moment who usually goes to conferences, etc., and does not recognize your name. So, because you're a clinician, I also want to talk about pain management since since I believe that is something that undergraduates, especially and fresh graduates, struggle with a lot. So, first of all, I want to talk about this condition that is often confused with odontogenic pain, that is temporomandibular disorder, right? TMPDS or TMD, etc. So, how would you comment on this because it is often said that it is not a single disease, it is a group of disorders. So, what do you mean by group of disorders exactly?
So, thank you for praising me. And I think I was fortunate enough that there was few prosthodontics when I graduated.
Mhm.
So I got an opportunity to work and to participate in the conference and workshops. Otherwise, there are many wonderful prosthodontists in the city.
Sure, I'm sure.
So I'm lucky enough to get more fame somehow.
It's more than just luck, but sure.
Yeah. So no, it's more or luck. So you have a very valid question. What is TMD, temporomandibular joint? And before we talk about the temporomandibular joint, we need to understand few things.
Okay.
One is our head position, other is our joint.
Okay.
So I usually describe to my patient that head is just like a football,
Okay.
standing on a handle, like a bad handle. But the interesting thing is, the handle is not in the center. the vertebrae is off center. It's the 70, you can say it like 70% head is forward and only the 25% head or 30% head is at the back. So the vertebrae on which the head is resting is not in the center of the head.
ठीक है, that
It's
makes
off the
sense.
center.
It's off center, yeah.
Yeah. So its majority of head is in forward position. And if we numb all the muscles, head gonna fall on our chest.
That makes sense, yeah.
Park it. I will come back to it
Okay.
again. Second thing I would like to talk about is the joint, temporomandibular joint, which join the mandible with the base of skull or with the skull.
ठीक है.
And when we talk, when we chew, our mandible is constant making rotation and translation.
ठीक है.
Rotation mean गोल घूम रहा है, translation आगे पीछे चल रहा है.
ठीक है.
It is the only joint in the body which translate. It is the most complex joint in the body. सारे ज्वाइंट रोटेट करते हैं वन डायरेक्शनल और टू एक्स के ऊपर, लेकिन ये रोटेशन के साथ साथ फॉरवर्ड बैकवर्ड मूव भी करता है.
राइट.
और जब फॉरवर्ड मूव करता है तो कॉन्डाइल का जो डिस्टेंस होता है वो भी थोड़ा सा नैरो डाउन हो जाता है.
ठीक है, दैट मेक सेंस.
पीछे जाता है वाइड हो जाता है, जब करीब आता है तो थोड़ा सा नैरो होता चला जाता है. मिलीमीटर का डिफरेंस होता है, उसको भी पार कर दीजिए अभी आप.
ठीक है, दो चीजें
ये हो सकता है ये जो इंटरकॉन्डाइलर डिस्टेंस है वो कहीं हमारे डिस्कशन में आगे इस्तेमाल होगा, तो हम उसके ऊपर बात करेंगे, नहीं तो उसको आज बात भी नहीं करेंगे. इफ रिक्वायर्ड वी विल टॉक अबाउट.
राइट.
अब आप वापस आ जाएं कि हेड वॉज ऑफ सेंटर, वॉज स्टेबलाइज्ड बाय द नेक मसल, स्पेशली बैक नेक मसल्स.
ठीक है.
अगर हम सर नीचे झुकाते हैं तो इट इज कैंटिलीवर.
ओके.
कैंटिलीवर मीन सेंटर से ऑफ सेंटर हो गया. वैसे भी हेड ऑफ सेंटर है, लेकिन ये ज्यादा ऑफ सेंटर हो गया.
yes.
और ये तो रोटेट किया. अगर मैं लीन भी कर लूं अपने नेक को तो और मसल्स को, सर्वाइकल मसल्स को काम करना पड़ेगा. जब मैं बातें कर रहा हूं तो मेरा मैंडिबल मूव कर रहा है, मेरा सर मूव नहीं कर रहा. आपने ये नोटिस किया होगा.
yes.
आपने किसी को देखा है कि उसका सर भी साथ साथ मूव कर रहा हो जब मैंडिबल मूव कर रहा होता है? नहीं देखा, आमतौर पे नहीं देखा.
नहीं.
आपको ये क्वेश्चन भी सरप्राइजिंग लग रहा होगा कि ये क्वेश्चन मैं क्यों कर रहा हूं. अब आप गौर करें, मैंडिबल ड्रॉप हो रहा है. सही है. जब मैंडिबल ड्रॉप हो रहा है तो मैंडिबल को सर्वाइकल, एंटीरियर सर्वाइकल मसल्स ने होल्ड किया हुआ है. जब वो ड्रॉप करता है तो उसने पोस्टीरियर सर्वाइकल मसल्स ने हेड को इतना स्टेबल किया हुआ है कि हेड ड्रॉप नहीं हो रहा है. हेड वहीं का वहीं है. उसने प्रेशर को इस तरह से मेंटेन किया हुआ है, इतनी अच्छा सिंक्रोनाइज काम हो रहा है सर्वाइकल मसल्स का, मैस्टिकेटरी मसल्स का, कि जब एक जगह पे बैलेंस कहीं और जाता है तो हेड मूव नहीं कर रहा. मतलब हमें बात करते हुए हेड पे एक जर्की मूवमेंट आ जानी चाहिए थी, नहीं आती है. अल्लाह ताला ने इतना अच्छा इक्विलिब्रियम रखा हुआ है कि नहीं आती. टीएमडी में क्यों आती है? या तो हमारे दांत, इस पे भी एक स्टेप मैंने छोड़ दिया. अब ज्वाइंट बंद होने का, इट इज अ हिंज ज्वाइंट. जैसे दरवाजे में हिंज होता है वैसे खुले बंद होगा.
सही.
रोटेशन मूवमेंट के ऊपर भी हम बात कर रहे हैं. दरवाजे में एक लॉक भी होता है. कोई दरवाजा जो है ना, आपको ज्यादा जोर से बंद करना पड़ता है क्योंकि उसके लॉक की सेटिंग उसके हिंज की सेटिंग के साथ आउट होती है.
ठीक है.
ये क्योंकि मैं डेली लाइफ के साथ एग्जांपल देना चाहता हूं ताकि आई थिंक दैट वुड बी मोर, पीपल कैन रिलेट इट मोर विद देयर डेली लाइफ. जैसे दरवाजे का हिंज लॉक है, हमारे दांतों की इंटरकस्पेशन भी हिंज लॉक की तरह है.
सही.
उसका एक कंफर्टेबल पोजीशन है दांतों की कि दांत ऐसे बंद होंगे. एक जॉइंट की है कि वो ऐसे बंद होना चाहता है. मेजॉरिटी ऑफ टाइम दोनों बहुत ही सिंक्रोनाइज होते हैं और कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती. बाज दफा ये दोनों सिंक्रोनाइज नहीं होते.
ओके
इनमें डिस्क्रिपेंसी होती है।
ओके
आसान फहम के अंदर ये डिस्क्रिपेंसी जितनी होती चली जाएगी,
हम्म
सही है, उतना जॉइंट के ऊपर लोड आना शुरू हो जाएगा।
बिल्कुल
एक, अगर ड्यूरिंग जॉ मूवमेंट पोस्टीरियर टीथ यानी कि मोलर्स हमारे टच हो रहे हैं जॉ मूवमेंट में,
हम्म
तो वो जर्की मूवमेंट हमारे जॉइंट के ऊपर आती चली जाएगी, वो
बिल्कुल
माइक्रो ट्रॉमा करता चला जाएगा।
सही
जो हमने इंटरकस्पेशन के ऊपर बात की, अगर देयर इज डिस्क्रिपेंसी बिटवीन द कंफर्टेबल टीथ पोजिशन,
yeah
अक्लूजन एंड कंफर्टेबल जॉ पोजिशन, तो वो भी ट्रॉमेटाइज करेगा जॉइंट को, क्योंकि
बिल्कुल
मसल्स क्लोज होगी, हाउ टीथ आर
सही तो
Intercuspid-
कांस्टेंट स्ट्रेन में रहेगा
कांस्टेंट
muscle।
स्ट्रेन में रहेगा।
ठीक है
एड ऑन विथ सर्वाइकल मसल्स पोजिशनिंग, बहुत सारे लोग अब लैपटॉप पे काम करते हैं। लैपटॉप के साथ क्या है, पहले कंप्यूटर पे होता था, अब लैपटॉप है। लैपटॉप पे कीबोर्ड और स्क्रीन दोनों बहुत करीब है, या वो स्क्रीन को कंफर्टेबल पोजीशन पे ले आते हैं या कीबोर्ड को। और आमतौर पे वो टेबल पे जब कीबोर्ड माउस को रखते हैं, तो लैपटॉप को रखते हैं, तो नाइदर देयर कीबोर्ड इज इन कंफर्टेबल पोजीशन नॉट देयर स्क्रीन,
राइट
वो इंटरमीडिएट पोजीशन पे आ जाते हैं। तो दे लिफ्ट देयर शोल्डर, they move their head forward to look into the screen,
yeah
और वो हेल्दी पोजीशन नहीं होती,
that makes sense
वर्टिब्री हेल्दी नहीं है, एक्सरसाइज कर नहीं रहते कि मसल्स हेल्दी होते। तो ऐसे लोग और प्रोन हो जाते हैं फॉर हैविंग अ टेम्परोमैंडिबुलर जॉइंट डिसफंक्शन। सर्वाइकल माइल्जिया स्टेप बाय स्टेप चीजें डेवलप होती चली जाती है। माइल्जिया मसल स्पिन
yeah
that has a domino effect, एक मसल स्टैंडर्ड हुई तो उसने दूसरे ने तीसरे को करते चले गए,
और eventually TMD
and eventually TMD,
Sir,
and it's a vicious circle.
I'm glad that you mentioned this part because अब तक TMD के बारे में what we used to understand was कि बस bad occlusion की वजह से ही होता है, but the cervical myalgia was a good addition to it and it makes total sense as well.
Cervical myalgia, head positioning, body positioning. Many people who work, they carry laptop bag on their one shoulder. बहुत सारे लोगों का शोल्डर आर्क बैलेंस नहीं होता, वो वन साइड टिल्टेड होता है।
बिल्कुल right. So sir, I want to understand that how if a patient comes in right with pain, and patients usually are not very good at explaining their symptoms, and neither should we expect them to be, but then the way that they are explaining the symptoms is mostly that they believe it's a toothache, and I think that kind of inclines the doctor into not exploring other diagnoses as well. So how would you suggest a doctor differentiates between pain to rule out dental pain and like select whether it is TMD or not?
I'm glad you brought it up, and that's very interesting. So there are many situations where patient come up with complaint of sensitive teeth.
सही है
बहुत सेंसिटिविटी है। किस दांत में है, इसमें है, राइट साइड पे, लेफ्ट साइड पे। Sometimes they can pinpoint 2-3 teeth, sometimes they are not able to pinpoint कि कहाँ पे हो रही है।
ठीक है
But they have sensitive teeth. And that, and very interestingly, the teeth were not culprit. It was TMD. The joint was overloaded. They were bruxis, and they have overloaded the teeth. Joint management अगर कर ली जाए तो sensitivity चली जाती है। And many of my patients who come up with sensitivity without any organic cause, I look forward for TMD.
right
और जिनको TMD लगता है हमें कि TMD है, we go for advise them personal regulation, give them splint therapy, और उससे बहुत कुछ मैनेज हो जाता है।
right. So should we consider TMD in all cases of bruxism?
No, TMD not always call bruxism does not always lead to TMD, but they have a higher percentage, or it has a potential to cause TMD.
Right. So while you were mentioning some options of management of bruxism that leads to TMD, you mentioned splints, right? I want to understand what do you think are limitations of occlusal splints? Like, what are the kind of patients that you wouldn't give an occlusal splint to?
There's no patient where I don't want to give occlusal splint. If I see it's a TMD, it's always like what type of splint I'm more confident in prescribing.
ठीक है.
ठीक है. Or if I can make impression of TMD patient, I would go for splint therapy. If patient is bruxis, we always like to give them night guard, which is very much supported by the literature. And when I talk about night guard, I always talk about hard night guard, except when required. जिसको बायलैमिनर शीट के ऊपर सेमी हार्ड या सेमी सॉफ्ट आप कह सकते हैं.
ठीक है.
अदरवाइज आई गो फॉर हीट क्योर नाइट गार्ड. हमारा जो जॉ मूव हम माउथ ओपनिंग होती है, इट्स नॉट वर्टिकल माउथ
Yeah,
ओपनिंग,
it's not.
इट्स मेकिंग सम आर्क, वी शेप है. पोस्टीरियर ओपनिंग कम होती है, एंटीरियर टीथ में ओपनिंग ज्यादा होती है.
Yeah.
If we are making a night guard with thermoplastic material, mean the thickness of the material would be same for the anterior and the posterior teeth.
Yeah, that's not natural.
That is not natural. Mean when the patient when have a night guard and will close his or her mouth, only the posterior teeth will meet, or at least the posterior teeth molar will meet first. The last molar will meet first.
ठीक है. अच्छा, तो नाउ आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड द मैनेजमेंट साइड मोर. सर वैसे आई ऑल्सो वांट टू टॉक अबाउट इमेजिंग. यस, सो वैसे तो डेंटिस्ट्स अंडरस्टैंड दैट CBCT and MRI are advanced imaging options that one can go towards once X-ray does not show the clear picture or the situation demands for a CBCT or an MRI to be done. But how would you say these imaging standards, CBCT and MRI in particular, are helpful in identifying TMPDS, if they are helpful at all?
Look, so TMD, if it's very advanced and it has caused joint hard structures
Okay.
to be affected,
ठीक है.
only then these advanced radiological diagnostics gonna help.
Right. So if like conservative management is not working and if the patient continues to complain about pain, etc., perhaps then we should move towards these imaging.
When I was in undergraduate in Abbasi Shaheed Hospital, our teacher once said, if somebody write some diagnostic test, that diagnostic test reflects what is in his mind as a differential diagnosis.
True.
It should not be very
Vague.
It has to be very specific, that reflects what is the differential diagnosis.
Bilkul, that
So-
makes sense.
When I would be needing MRI or CT scan, okay, when I would be needing to refer to oral surgeon, and I would advise कि जी ये oral surgery advise कर ले अगर उनको लगता है कि ज़रूरत है.
Right. Sir, as a prosthodontist, how many times have you encountered a patient that was initially complaining of toothache, but it ended up being TMD?
Number of times. Number of times.
Can you share an example with us?
I cannot give you number of times that I have seen patient who had was treated with odontogenic cause,
Okay.
have multiple teeth extracted, multiple root canal treatment done, and pain is not settled.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm trying to understand. कि what are the cues that we miss as a doctor?
So sometimes we are very emotional and we end up in a treatment and we are very much focused in giving crown bridge work, and if there's a sensitivity, do filling, and if there's no carious lesion, the tooth must have a crack which we are not being able to diagnose. So let's do a root canal. And when the one tooth is being root canal treated and sensitivity is not solved, maybe it is not the other tooth, or maybe there were two teeth, and after 2 or 3 root canal which may not be required, end up in losing the patient.
Hmm.
So muscles examination, joint examination, discrepancy between centric relation and central occlusion is very important.
Absolutely. Sir, how would you pharmacologically treat this pain once you have conservatively managed it with splints, etc. to considering that.
Usually, I
Hmm.
give pharmacological before going for a splint therapy, and
Acha.
after a splint therapy, I hardly prescribe any painkiller or muscle relaxant.
Okay.
And for the time when either patient is not um, opt for a splint therapy,
Hmm.
or we have made the impression and we have there's a time that we will deliver the splint.
Hmm.
At that time we sometimes give painkiller and muscle relaxant, and more than that we need to advise them to have soft diet, personal regulation,
Hmm. Absolutely.
watch for them if they are clinching,
So.
and very much on their habits, their postures.
Hmm.
Many a times the people were not having a right posture that contributes too much towards TMD.
Hmm. Sir, how well do you see patients responding to pharmacological treatment?
Can you elaborate it?
I mean, I'm trying to understand what kind of treatment is it that patients respond most well to? Is it being prescribed medicines? Like, do analgesics usually give better result with respect to TMD, or is it more conservative management, or is it more lifestyle changes, etc.?
So I have seen patients who have been prescribed antibiotic for TMD. I
Super.
have, gee, I have for muscles pain, myalgia,
What?
antibiotic. Yes, yes. Uh, I had patient visited yesterday who
Hmm.
was being prescribed antibiotic for muscle pain.
Oh God.
उससे तो सही हो गया था.
Acha.
हाँ, उससे तो सही हो गया था.
That
हाँ,
must have been an infection, something,
no,
or placebo effect then.
placebo effect.
Oh, but which
Mm.
analgesics are your go-to usually?
Usually, paroxicam and Panadol.
Okay. And if the patient does not respond to the first line of treatment, then what?
Splint therapy.
Sahi. So you don't like advance on the pharmacology. You don't advance on the drugs. You go towards something different.
I more focus on splint therapy. I got very good result with the splint. So I cannot give you exact number of the splint I have delivered.
Hmm.
But it is like, if I say it, like more than 95% success rate, I
ठीक है.
won't be wrong.
Okay. I'm glad we talked about that. Sir, I have a few cases in front of me. Some are related to TMD management, pain management, and some are related to prosthodontics, right? And I want to quickly present every scenario, and then I want to know how you would manage this scenario. So the first scenario we have in front of us is that a patient who presents with generalized pain after multiple restorations have been done, and you examine the patient intraorally, and none of the restorations were faulty. The root canals were all fine, and all the prosthesis placed was fine too. Then how would you move forward in this case?
For me, it's not a rare entity.
Okay.
I very commonly have seen such patients.
Hmm.
In such scenario, in multiple scenario, when patients were having a TMD,
Hmm.
they were misdiagnosed, multiple treatment were given.
Hmm.
We have to find out what is the basic cause of TMD.
Hmm.
Many a times there was occlusal inequilibrium, or
Hmm.
there's a discrepancy between maximum intercuspation and centric relation.
Hmm.
मैंने पहले COCR की बात की थी, अभी
Hmm.
मैक्सिमम इंटरकस्पेशन एंड सेंट्रिक रिलेशन की बात की है.
Hmm.
बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए एक है, बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए ये डिफरेंट है.
Hmm.
जो एक समझते हैं वो एक ही समझे.
Okay.
सही है, क्योंकि प्रोसोडोंटिस का सेंट्रिक अक्लूजन और बाकी पूरी डेंटिस्ट्री का सेंट्रिक अक्लूजन की डेफिनेशन डिफरेंट है,
Okay. What is the right definition?
जो हमारी है. तो हर एक की अपनी है. तो
Okay.
हम बात कर रहे हैं मैक्सिमम इंटरकस्पेशन, जिसको बहुत सारे लोग CO कहेंगे,
Hmm.
और सेंट्रिक रिलेशन की बात कर रहे हैं.
ठीक है.
सही है?
So you're going to check the patient for
तो
that.
मैं अब सीओ नहीं कहूँगा, मैक्सिमम इंटरकस्पेशन कहूँगा और सीआर कोशिश करूँगा ये टर्म यूज़ करता रहूँ जो कि सबके लिए अंडरस्टैंडेबल है।
Okay.
हो सकता है कि डिस्क्रिपेंसी हो सेंट्रिक रिलेशन में और मैक्सिमम इंटरकस्पेशन में,
ठीक है.
वो करेक्ट होनी चाहिए।
Hmm.
उस करेक्शन के 3 डिफरेंट रूल्स हैं, लेकिन मोस्ट कॉमन है ऑर्थोडोंटिकली मैनेज करना।
Orthodontically manage करना. Okay.
तो पहले स्प्लिंट थेरेपी होगी,
Hmm.
टीएमजे मैनेज होगा,
Hmm.
एक्टिव से डोर्मेंट स्टेज में टीएमजे जाएगा,
Hmm.
फिर ऑर्थोडोंटिक ट्रीटमेंट होगा
सही है. On meanwhile, would you keep the patient on analgesics too? Because the
इफ
treat
रिक्वायर्ड,
right. ठीक है.
इफ रिक्वायर्ड।
Acha sir, don't you think that a patient who is coming to you with such chronic pain complaint has already tried these analgesics like peroxides and
बहुत सारों ने किए होते कॉम्बिनेशन,
hmm.
रीएश्योरेंस, एजुकेटिंग देम, एजुकेटिंग देम एंड हेल्पिंग देम कि जी बॉडी पोस्चर क्या होना चाहिए, दे शुड नॉट बी क्लिंचिंग, how they have to monitor their habits. So that's help a lot.
Okay. So the next scenario is my personal favorite. I have been meaning to have an orthodontist in front of me for this question for so long. So if a patient presents to you with caries from 6 to 6, right? But the tooth structure is compromised, but not compromised enough that the tooth cannot be saved. It can be saved with multiple root canals or restorations, etc. I want to understand what is going to be your plan for prosthesis. And are you generally supportive of 6 to 6 crowns?
There are different scenario when people prescribe or people opt for 6 to 6 crown if there are multiple endodontic treatment done, teeth work carriers to achieve a ferrule and strengthen them, putting crown on them a different scenario. If if there is a mutilated dentition, mean tooth are very worn down
ठीक है.
and you want to rehabilitate them, putting crown is something else. But if for a smile makeover, somebody wants to give 6 to 6 crown, I think it's over treatment. We should remember one thing. If we have trimmed a smallest part of the tooth, we have removed it till the day of judgment.
Right.
सही है, patient will not have it back.
Okay. So you're saying that if it is only for the sake of aesthetics, it's not a good idea. But if it is for the sake of tooth restoration, where you think that generally a filling or like a composite core buildup, etc., would not be enough, considering that the tooth structure was lost enough in the first place, then in that case, would you support 6 to 6 restorations?
Yes, but individual crowns,
Individual crowns, not
not
a
one.
Sahi.
I am very against towards splinted crown. If you are talking about 6 to 6 splinted crown, big no, it's a sinful thing.
Okay. What is the maximum number of units you would give in a splinted crown?
A splinted crown, single crown.
Splinted crown.
Single crown.
Oh.
Not a 2 crown should be splinted.
Oh, okay. So like not even 6, 7?
Never. It's a sin.
Why exactly would you say this?
Why nature has not given a splinted crown?
Right.
Most common area where we see a decay in beneath the crown. Have you noticed it? It's the interdental area.
Right.
The food gets stuck there. And by putting a splinted crown, we are very sure, we are 100% sure that food will not go from occlusal site.
Sahi. ठीक है.
But we cannot guarantee that food won't get stuck. Food will get stuck.
In the margins and everywhere.
Every margin from late buccal or palatal site.
That does make sense. You're not following the natural anatomy if you're giving a splinted crown.
So that is not self-cleansing at one place.
Sahi.
Every tooth has a mobility. Nature has given shock absorber to the natural teeth. When there is a load on one tooth, it will sink in the socket.
Absolutely.
The other tooth will be pulled by the previous tooth to sink in.
Hmm.
The direction of force will be different. It will not be along the long axis of the tooth.
So we're compromising.
Lateral forces होंगी.
Yeah, so we're compromising both the teeth at the same time.
Exactly.
That does make sense.
Or
Okay.
I define periodontal ligament as a machine which convert the compressive forces into tensile forces, detrimental compressive forces into healthy tensile forces. So there would be compression every time we clench our teeth. If the audience listening to us, if they close their mouth gently, apply full pressure, release it, keep their teeth in contact and apply the pressure once again and relieve it, they will feel it like their teeth have sink in, coming out, sink in and coming out. Basically, the majority of the ligament are oblique ligament which bear the occlusal load. That is why intrusion and extrusion of teeth are difficult, but the lateral movement of the orthodontic lateral movement of the teeth is much easier, much faster.
That makes sense.
So it is the periodontal ligament. If one tooth is going down, sinking inside the socket, it will pull the other tooth as well.
True. So we're unnecessarily combining two that were naturally supposed to be behaving individually. That
And
makes
the
sense.
direction of force will be different. So if it's just vertical occlusal force, it's fine. But if it's oblique, it won't be taken healthy by the tooth.
Right. And in the long term, we might just eventually lose the tooth that we have under the crown in the first place.
Yes, you can say might, or you can say you
Definitely.
will definitely.
Oh, okay. Coming from a prosthodontist, that's an interesting
So
perspective.
that for me, it's a sinful thing.
Okay, I'll keep that in
I
mind.
I know there are many people who believe in joining the teeth
Oh, yeah,
because
definitely.
their food won't get stuck, especially in the molar area. मैं ऐसा दांत बना रहा हूँ या बना रही हूँ कि खाना नहीं फंसेगा, बाकी खाना नहीं फंसेगा, दांत भी नहीं बचेगा.
ट्रू. जब आप किसी जमाने में उस क्राउन को निकालेंगे तो 7 दांत बाहर आएगा.
आप एक्सरे देखें, आप इंटरडेंटली आप एक्सरे देखें, उसमें आपको ज़्यादातर जॉइंट क्राउन के नीचे beneath decay मिलेगा.
बिल्कुल. And the periodontal health, you're right, it massively gets affected. Okay, sir, let's move on to our next scenario. So the next scenario is something that you must have encountered many times in your OPD as well. A patient, after a long crown preparation procedure, let's say by a young resident of yours, cannot close their mouth and is being hysterical. How are you going to deal with this patient?
So apparently you are talking about joint dislocation.
Yes. Let's say.
If it's due to joint dislocation, one should be very much aware of the fact that the patient may have a history of joint dislocation.
अच्छा.
अगर joint dislocation की हिस्ट्री है, सही है, तो उसने पहले ही बता दिया.
ठीक है.
माउथ ओपनिंग हो रहा है, जर्की मूवमेंट है. There are many people who don't have established TMD, but they have jerky mouth opening.
Yes.
Help them understanding that their mouth opening is not very healthy. उसका एक इजी तरीका है, जॉइंट के ऊपर फिंगर रखवा दें उनसे क्या मुंह खोलने बंद करें. और कितना they will feel it कि is it smooth or it's bit jerky. If it's jerky, तब आप जो भी काम कर रहा है वो थोड़ा सा अवेयर हो जाए कि ये जर्की मूवमेंट है. हिस्ट्री भी ले ले कि पहले कभी जॉइंट डिस्लोकेट तो नहीं हुआ, फंसा तो नहीं, कभी ये तो नहीं हुआ, कभी वो तो नहीं हुआ. और माउथ ओपनिंग को कांस्टेंट ना रखें, बीच बीच में माउथ जो है वो क्लोज होना चाहिए.
सही. सर, अगर फॉर एग्जांपल 40 मिनट लग रहे हैं एक अपर 7 की क्राउन प्रेप को खत्म करने में टू अ पर्सन हु इज न्यू टू दिस, then do you think this is generally the fair amount of time that we ask the patients to open their mouth for like 40 minutes, 50
तो
minutes?
40 मिनट से कम पे आप क्या करेंगे 7 की क्राउन प्रेप में?
राइट
तो 10 मिनट में कोई क्रॉन प्रेप कर रहा है क्या?
नहीं,
अगर कर
I'm
रहा है
happy.
तो वो क्रॉन कटिंग है, क्रॉन प्रिपरेशन नहीं है. देयर इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन क्रॉन प्रिपरेशन एंड क्रॉन कटिंग.
Okay, all right. So now, if the patient, let's say, does not have history of jaw locking as well, neither was it a jerky mouth opening.
तो 40 मिनट के लिए माउथ ओपन क्यों रहा? फॉर मी पेशेंट इज वेरी हेल्दी
Hmm.
एंड इफ आई हैव टू अ क्रॉन प्रेप
Hmm.
it won't end in less than 30 minutes. If
ठीक
I'm
है.
doing a crown prep,
Hmm.
it won't end in less than 30 minutes.
सही है. So do you take breaks in between this 30
Yes.
minutes? Hmm.
I will ask patient to split, rinse, relax, and then recontinue it.
सही.
I
Okay.
don't want patient to keep his or her mouth open, wide open for more than 10 minutes.
Okay, that's an important point to note. So, sir, you saying that joint dislocation is the only reason why a patient wouldn't be able to close their mouth after, let's say that if they have had their mouth open for some time and cannot close it.
Joint dislocation, dislocations,
Hmm.
it's a variety of TMD issues.
Right. So the only thing that the doctor needs to be trained in is to know how to set the joint at
Yes,
its place
that
properly.
is one of the dental emergency, which we all should be skilled on.
Absolutely, because every dentist is doing the procedure with the mouth open. This is an emergency that literally a dentist from any specialty can come across.
Yes.
Right. Okay, sir, I think we have had a wonderful discussion, and I'm very glad that, again, I'm very happy that you always offer the best of your insights and are always ready to share whatever it is that you know. I just want you to end on one note, because you have been a supervisor for residents at AKU for quite many years as well. I want you to give a message to now up and coming residents, especially the ones who are looking forward to get their residency done at AKU. What do you think is the correct motivation for somebody before starting their residency, and what do you think are some incorrect goals to have as a resident?
अच्छा, मैं जो हूँ, बहुत सारे लोग कंसिडर करते हैं कि इफ दे वांट टू डू अ रेजिडेंसी, इफ दे आर सेलेक्टिंग अ रेजिडेंट, अब मैं प्रोसोनोटिक्स का टर्म यूज कर रहा हूँ, बट डोंट लिमिट इट टू प्रोसोनोटिक्स.
ठीक है.
कि अगर प्रोसोनोटिक्स में करना है, स्पेशलिटी ए में करना है, तो दे शुड हैव ए वेरी गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग अबाउट द स्पेशलिटी ए.
सही.
फॉर मी, if I'm selecting some resident, he should have a very good motivation and disciplined person as a human.
Okay.
भाई, मैं रेजिडेंसी करने गया था ना, तो मुझे प्रोसोनोटिक्स नहीं आती थी. तभी तो मैं प्रोसोनोटिक्स से रेजिडेंसी करने गया था.
That makes sense.
अब मेरी आई वेंट देयर इन 2003. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग और बड़ी इंसल्टिंग चीज थी जो कि मेरे लिए साथ हुई. सो इन माय फर्स्ट केस, मुझे पेशेंट का नाम भी याद है अभी.
Okay.
सो उनका केस था, मैंने फेसबुक बड़े मुश्किल से लोगों को देख दाख के फेसबुक रिकॉर्ड कर ली, लिटरेचर पढ़ लिया. उस वक्त यूट्यूब इतना कॉमन नहीं था.
ठीक है.
शायद था भी नहीं. खैर, 2003.
Facebook was newly launched. I think YouTube did exist, but was not a learning platform.
लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म शायद नहीं था. हमने फेसबुक कर ली. मैं अपने एक कुलीग के पास गया और बड़े ही कान पे आहिस्ता से मैंने कहा, देखो मैंने फेसबुक तो रिकॉर्ड कर ली है, हेल्प मी, हाउ कैन आई ट्रांसफर इट टू द आर्टिकुलेटर.
Okay.
एंड ही आस्क्ड मी, आस्क एनी फाइनल ईयर स्टूडेंट.
Oh.
दैट वाज वेरी इंसल्टिंग टू मी. देखो, ऐसा तो नहीं करना चाहिए ना.
R1 हूँ मैं.
यू नो, I'm a resident. And he was not wrong. At that time, the final student of the Montmorency were using Facebook and Hanoi H articulator.
Wow.
And we were not having any exposure.
Okay, I understand. So you were saying in short that
और उसके बाद से एंड अप, चले मैं एक और उसके ऊपर फिर कवर अप बात करता. एंड अप ये हुआ कि 3 साल की रेजिडेंसी में उसी फेसबुक के अंदर सेंट्रल रिलेशन की डिस्क मैंने अटैच की. अच्छा, हमारी नालायकी थी उस वक्त, मैं ज़्यादा लिखने वाली एबिलिटी मेरी इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी, उसको पब्लिश नहीं किया. लेकिन हनॉय एचएस के फेसबुक को चेंज किया मैंने, बाइट फोर्क को चेंज किया, उसके अंदर मैंने गोतिका ट्रेसिंग की डिस्क भी डाल दी.
If I'm not wrong, Hanao is a fully adjustable
नो,
articulator, right?
हनॉय H2.
Okay.
हनॉय के फुली एडजस्टेबल भी हैं, ये नॉन आर्कॉन टाइप
Okay, okay,
आर्टिकुलेटर है.
okay.
तो उसके अंदर मैंने मॉडिफाई किया. तो जहाँ पे मुझे ये कहा जा रहा था कि फाइनल ईयर वाले के साथ पूछ लो तो वो हो जाएगा.
So you
तो
did end up
learning.
what a specialist should know.
Hmm.
Right. So in short, you're saying that you don't already need to be close to a specialist when you're coming to residency. You just need to be motivated.
हाँ,
Okay.
motivated and disciplined.
And disciplined, right? Okay. Sir, I think that's a very nice way to put it, because generally when we're giving interviews for getting selected as a resident, where the kind of content that we're preparing for the interview is very textbook oriented. Okay, what if they ask me something related to this, something related to that, what if they do a question answer scenario with me? But usually the interviewers end up asking questions about our life, about our routine, about generally where we see ourselves 10 years into the future, etc. But what do you think is the correct future goal to have as a resident in any specialty?
For me, motivation and discipline.
No, I'm talking about what should be the future goal in terms of career once you're doing your specialization.
So everybody has their own goal.
Okay.
सही है. And there are different way of achieving them. And when people come to me for their career counseling, I then ask them to write on a piece of paper about your strength, about your desire, what you are good in, your strength, and then we will discuss it.
Okay.
Rather than कि मैं किसी से कहूँ आप मेरे ख्याल से फलाना फील्ड ले लें, आप फलाना फील्ड ले लें, मुझे तो उसको मैंने समझा ही नहीं ना. अब मैं उसको कब समझूंगा? जब वो मुझसे कहेगा कि वो अपने आप को अच्छा समझता है या समझती है, जो भी है. तो अगर कोई अपने आप को अच्छा समझ रहा है तो मुझको वो अपने बारे में बताएगा, और जो मेरी लिमिटेड नॉलेज अंडरस्टैंडिंग है उसके ऊपर मैं शेयर कर सकता हूँ.
राइट, बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट यू आर ऑब्जर्विंग.
हाँ, किसी को एडवाइस देना इज ए रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी.
ऑफ कोर्स
इज ए रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. लेकिन अगर उस पे इनपुट अच्छा आया हुआ होगा तो मैं बेहतर दे सकूंगा.
राइट.
अपने लिमिटेड नॉलेज के साथ. हमारी जितनी भी नॉलेज होती है वो लिमिटेड है.
Right, I agree. I think this is something that, especially the part where you said the only thing that needs to be in abundance is somebody's motivation and discipline in order to get their specialization done. I think that is something that anybody who's listening can benefit from. Again, it was a wonderful time speaking to you, Dr. Murtaza. It always is. Thank you so much for being with us today. And I hope that anybody who watches this walks out with more knowledge than they had before they walked in.
I wish. And since you have talked about the residency program in AKIO, how they can get into it, it is very interesting. The requirement for entry exam is FCPS Part 1 is not the requirement. When somebody is applying for a residency in AKIO, there are many people who clear FCPS Part 1 in November. And within 2 months' time, they were into residency in AKU.
Right.
So they can apply by in July.
Yes.
And the advertisement must be out today.
Okay.
I'm expecting that it will be advertised today on those who will be completing their or have completed their residency internship must apply for residency in AKU.
Right, I'm sure that's going to be a wonderful experience for anybody who gets in. And thank you for sharing that as well. I think that is definitely a very unique approach taken by AKU as an institution, and offers a great deal of opportunity for a lot of people who still haven't gotten their Part 1 done. If anything, the people who primarily want to get into AKU only, clearing AQ's exam then becomes a yes or no for whether they want to sit in FCPS in the first place or not. So yes, thank you for clarifying that as well. This was our time with Dr. Murtaza Raza Kazmi. He is a prosthodontist, but outside of being a prosthodontist, as head of department, as a teacher, has been a teacher for quite some time, and is always always available to answer any questions. You can also find him at international conferences and national conferences, etc. Feel free to reach out to him on his LinkedIn if you have any questions related to his line of work in particular. Until then, Allah Hafiz. Thank you for watching.